How's it going, Guardians? Refund here, and welcome to another video. Now today I wanted to drift away from Destiny a little bit and talk a little bit about something that has been bothering me for a while now. Microtransactions. Of course, when they first showed up in Destiny, I was reasonably concerned, along with a bunch of other people in the community. But where did all this come from? It's a reasonable question, right? These things showed up out of nowhere, and now every company seems to have an obsession with them. Well, it all started on the mobile game market, and where I remember it being the worst was in a game called Candy Crush. Essentially a bejeweled clone with a few extra bells and whistles and limited turn amounts. Anyway, where it came from was this game, or at least where I think it started. Then it spread like a wildfire all over the mobile market. Then the success of these items and commodities reached the nose of Activision, and they smelled profit. The first appearance of these dastardly little things was in Call of Duty Black Ops 2, with multiple aesthetic packs that you could purchase. They planted the seed earlier, you see. It's just like that one quote by R.M. Zola in Captain America the Winter Soldier. People don't like something if you take it away in one fell swoop, but if you chip away at it over decades, people will welcome it. At first, it was something innocent. Camo packs for weapons, character skins, and other stuff like that. Then, it began. Soon after the release of Advanced Warfare and the faith of the Call of Duty franchise had begun to fall, the event supply drop was introduced, an item containing a variety of items, from customization options for your character, emblems, calling cards, and most terrifying of all, weapons. More specifically, weapon variants. These weren't just aesthetic differences either. These things were powerful and changed your game if you had them. It was horrible. But not even that compares to what happened in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Let me tell you this, they didn't make new weapon variants like Sledgehammer did in Advanced Warfare, no. They made it so that new weapons entirely were unlocked with these. That isn't so bad. The weapons are actually pretty balanced, I will say that much. But that's not my problem. My problem lies in the fact that there is just too much stuff in them. I mean, seriously, I have opened a metric ton of those crates, both with money and with crypto keys, and all I got for it was stuff like this. The future is black, ladies and gentlemen. The future is black. From a pure business perspective, it's ingenious. It's extorting your customers for all of their money, but it's ingenious. You ever notice how when you open one of those, these sometimes appear? Attachment variants. They don't do anything. Just change the way the attachment on the weapon looks. There's one of these for each gun and each attachment on said gun. Not to mention, for each of the characters there is a slew of emotes and first place taunts that are either unique or not. My grievance here is more with the ones that are the same across the board for each of them. It just doesn't make any sense to me that if I unlock a gesture for one character, why isn't it unlocked with the other characters who have the same gesture? I just did a calculation of everything that is in the supply drop list. We have 251 weapon attachment variants, 924 weapon camos, 432 specialist customizations, 79 first place taunts, 540 gestures, 233 calling cards, 61 emblems, 15 paint shop materials, and 44 weapons. In total, 2,579 total items in these things. So let's say you wanted a weapon out of these. Not accounting for the rarity coding, you have less than a 2% chance of getting a weapon. Now, it took me a while to think about it, but I have figured out why this is the case. Why attachment at variants exist and why the gestures are separate for each one. It's so that they can prevent you from getting what you want and you feel compelled to buy more. It's capitalism, but in the worst possible way. And what's worst of all, the community that is probably the reason why these games still exist, the zombies community, doesn't get to customize these new weapons. This needs to stop before it gets worse. I am all for supporting the game industry, but this just doesn't need to happen. It happened to Call of Duty, and it is starting to happen to Destiny. It's indoctrinating you to think that this is the norm now, and that you have to accept it. Do not accept it. Thank you, Guardians, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.